Hey, what's up, culture makers? My name is Josh.
I'm Dom.
And today we are talking about the Grammys, the Super Bowl, and Valentine's Day.
Come on.
Let's do it. So this year at the Grammys, singers named Sam Smith and Nicole Petrus performed this song called Unholy.
Okay.
And I'm not sure if you saw it, but there was a lot of satanic imagery and all of these things. How do you think we as Christians should respond when we see things like that?
I think in moments where we see stuff like that, we have the opportunity to judge. We have the opportunity to really just be like, just super rude about it, like, oh my gosh, and go have the opportunity to also go to like Facebook and stuff and just rant when really like that's not doing anything, like, you know? And so I think in moments where people are like, oh my gosh, did you see Sam Smith and stuff like that? It's like, okay, yeah, you can comment on it, but there's no need to judge. But also, I think what's important is if you're continually watching stuff like that, like it can impact your life. And so I think also, whenever it comes to watching things and always like taking it in and mimicking, I think it can really say, like it can really change your character. Like, what do you think?
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I think sometimes subconsciously things begin to impact us. In fact, I remember I was growing up in like 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, and I loved listening to rap music. And rap music isn't always the cleanest. And so my mom used to always tell me, you need to be careful because the things that inform you often form you.
Come on!
And so for me, it was realizing that things might have subconsciously been forming my character that I didn't realize, and I might not see today, but I'll see the effects of it 5 years later. And so as Christians, it's how do we live wisely today and intake things carefully and intentionally that will shape us into the person we want to become down the road.
That's so good.
And so I think also the response when we see things where there's outrage, I think in culture there's something called the Satanic Panic where...
Oh my gosh, I've never heard of that.
You know, I think it rhymes, so it's gotta work. It rhymes. Where the mainstream media will do things to get clicks and buzzes and attention, especially from the conservative Christian population like we're seeing in the Grammys. And so as Christians, are we going to respond like the world does by just canceling people by hate speech and things like that? Or can we just say, I'm just not going to watch that.
For sure,
you know? And so how do we be wise and kind, but like Jesus did, how do we still love people where they're at?
No, that's good. My dad always used to say, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth will speak. And so like, I think that like is so true to this day. So I make sure I'm very careful with the things that I listen to and I watch, especially in vulnerable seasons when I feel like the enemy is attacking me. I will gravitate even closer to God, just being like, God, give me guidance. What do I need to do? Because I don't want any distractions. I don't want any worldly distractions telling me I should feel this way and I should do this. And so I'm like, okay, Jesus, I need you and only you. I need to depend on you in this moment to guide me. Like, how do I deal with this and deal with that? You know what I mean? So I love that. That's really good.
When we see things like that, how do we not get sucked in? Because I think it's easy when we see things that are attractive and we go to school and all of our friends are talking about it. How do we not get sucked into what everyone's talking about or doing when we know like this isn't something I want to build my life on?
No, that's good. I think one of my favorite phrases is, I'm gonna mind my business. Like at the end of the day, I'm gonna mind my business. Because like if people want to gossip, they can do that. And like I want to be that example of like, okay, if you want to do that, I'm gonna be a positive person. Be like, you know what? I think you should talk to that person. You know what I mean? I'm not going to judge you for what you're walking through. I'm going to hopefully guide you and be the light to be able to exemplify, hey, I think this is what Jesus would do. So then I would encourage you to do it too. You know what I mean? And so when it comes to that with culture and stuff, I think again, exemplifying, oh, I didn't really watch that because I didn't really care to. Like, you know what I mean? When people are like, did you see Sam Smith? Did you see him in that outfit popping? Like, you know what I mean? Like, no, I didn't. Like, was it cool? Okay, awesome. Like, sounds great. I hope you enjoyed it. But I'm going to exemplify, like, I didn't watch that because, like, of what it was standing for. And so, just minding my business, so
Yeah, I love that. And I think if we always follow where the culture goes, then we're always going to swift and wing with culture.
Like a pendulum.
And so Jesus came to bring a counterculture. And so as followers of Jesus, I think how do we be what Christians say in the world, but not of it? Like, how do we know what's going on in this cultural moment, but not be so consumed by it that we can't see the light of Jesus? Did you see the big game 2 nights ago?
I saw Rihanna.
Rhi Rhi? Come on, Rhi Rhi.
We got to shout out our girl. She was looking good singing them songs.
She was popping. So now, when you watch the Super Bowl, is it for the halftime show, or are you like, man, I want to see who's going to win this game?
Oh, I watched the concert that the game is on. Like that it
like
is.
the game's
That's how it
interrupting
is.
the concert.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, okay.
100%.
That's good.
So that's how it is. The game is just like an after fact.
Okay.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts of Rihanna's performance?
I thought it was cool. I would probably rate it a 7 out of 10.
Okay.
I thought the whole time she was going to have a feature that was just going to take it to the top. I thought there was going to be Drake. I thought there was going to be Jay-Z at one point.
Yep.
But there wasn't. So I think also this. She was pregnant. And so,
was she?
Yes,
that's the question.
Yeah. So I think that also changes how she has to perform. So the dancers had to do a lot more work than she did. I would have loved to see more from her. But again, she's pregnant, so she can't do much about it. I would say still last year's with, what was it, Dr. Dre, Eminem, and Mary J. Blige.
That's tough.
That is like number 1, number 2. Like, so this is like maybe in the rank of like maybe a 4 or 5.
See, some of my friends, they were saying that this is like one of the best in the last 10 years.
Incorrect, 100%.
Okay.
They're very incorrect.
At least we are clear.
Got love for your friends, but they're incorrect.
Okay. I mean, Rhi Rhi, like, she's pretty great.
She's great. She's great. And I'm hoping that this is a catalyst for, I think she's going to have a new album pretty soon.
Yes.
I think, and I hope that this is just getting her in the news more often so that hopefully her music is pretty good. So yeah.
That's love. And what I'm glad is there was no, like, when The Weeknd did his performance and it was spinning the whole time.
Yeah,
and I felt like I was going to pass out. We've gone away from that, which is nice.
Yes.
Did you get to watch the rest of the game? I know it interrupted your concert,
100%.
but did you watch the rest of the game?
Did. I did get to, I saw, which this is the most informed on sports I've ever been, but the Chiefs won.
Yes, they did.
With 38, and then, what was it?
Eagles.
Not Seagulls. Eagles got 35.
They did.
So it was a close game.
It was. Did you want the Chiefs to win the whole time?
I did not care at all.
Okay. See, here's the deal. I wanted both teams to lose. I know that's not possible. I know it's not possible, but I don't like either team.
Okay.
And so I was watching, and I started to root for the Eagles. And as I'm watching, the refs are calling, in my opinion, some bad calls against the Eagles.
Really?
And so I'm in the group chat arguing with my friends. You know, I'm going, that's not a good call. That's not. There was a play. I'm not sure if you saw one of the last plays of the game where it was 3rd down, about to be 4th down. They called a hold against the Eagles. So me and my brothers real time are arguing. I said, that's not a foul. These refs don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, the cornerback, this is so rare. He did something I've never seen before in sports. After the game, he comes out and he said, the refs got it right. That was a penalty. I was wrong. I tried to hold him. I didn't get away from it. And I thought, the humility in that.
Dude, seriously.
It was so cool.
That's good.
What frustrated me about that statement was now I have to go and apologize to my brothers and say, I was wrong.
Oh my God,
I called the refs trash. I think it's something that we can learn from is how do we approach different situations with humility like Jesus did, calling ourselves
100%.
out when we're wrong.
100%.
And so I thought that was super cool.
That is cool.
I am glad that Mahomes got another ring because I'm not sure if you saw the press conferences leading up, but both the Eagles quarterback and the Chiefs quarterback, Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts, both talked about their faith and why they play to glorify God. And I wonder for you, is there any opinion or thoughts about when athletes or celebrities use their fame as a platform to talk about Jesus?
I love that. I'm a huge fan. And something that I do is, it's not really much Jesus, but I make sure whenever I do get opportunities to be in front of a camera or to represent, like, my hair's curly because I'm an African-American woman and I want other African-American women and African-Americans to be able to feel like they could be in this place too. You know what I mean? And that they're welcome in these opportunities. I make sure I do things like that just to reach the people that I can. So I love that they're using their platform of millions of fans and millions of people to say, hey, I'm so thankful for this game, but all glory to God. And so I just am always a huge fan. I'm there. Like, I love Patrick Mahomes. I think that's who it is just because he did that.
Come on, that's
come
good.
on, he's got a fan in me.
That's good.
He's got
Come
a fan
on.
in me.
Go Chiefs, Red Kingdom.
Go Chiefs.
Here we go. She's hopping on the bandwagon already, y'all. Put it in the comments, bandwagon. I don't know if you heard, but today is actually Valentine's Day.
Are you kidding?
It's the day of love.
Oh my gosh.
It's the day of love. Do you have any plans for Valentine's Day?
No.
Okay.
Because it's just like too much out there. It's like the restaurants are dang near shutting down. It's an hour and a half wait for things. So I rather get food to go and then we'll go to the house or whatever.
Let's just chill.
Whatever. If it's nice outside, maybe we'll go for a walk. I don't care for nature, but he does. So I don't know. I can't do the restaurant like going somewhere because it's just too much. I might do it like the day before or celebrate the day after, but
That's
the
good.
day of, I don't need all that.
Okay. So for all of my guys out here who are trying to like plan the perfect date.
Okay, that's good.
As a girl, what does that look like? Is it intentionality?
Question.
Do you want to be like dressed up, bougie? Like what does it look like?
You got to know your girl.
Know your girl.
So like for me, I'm a real lax person. So it's like, whatever I'm feeling like that, like right in that moment. So right now, I'm really into C's like candies, and these certain ones, like strawberry filled ones, are my favorite. But you got to be able to see the detail to be able to know, okay, I'm gonna get babe that.
Wow,
you know what I mean?
that's good.
So remember, looking at the details of like, what is she liking right now? Not what she liked last year. Don't do the same play that you did last year. Do what she liked. If she likes to dress up and like she loves to get dolled up, go ahead and take her out because that's her thing. But if she's like, babe, I just want to relax. I had a long day at work. Listen to that cue and be like, hey babe, how about we just go get to go food and let's go bowling. Yeah.
So what you're saying is know your partner.
Know your partner.
Yeah, just listen. There's not a one size
100%.
fits all.
Nope, there's
for
not.
you gentlemen out here, know the
Come
person,
on.
listen well,
Do it.
and do something that's going to make them feel super loved.
100%.
Last thing, how do you think people are going to navigate? There's a recent phenomenon called a situationship. Have you heard about that?
Okay, no, I haven't. Not really.
So I think it's essentially where people are in a relationship, whether sexually or just relationally, there's no label on it. So they're just kind of hanging out. And so what do you think that's going to look like on Valentine's Day for people who are just in this situationship?
Oh, cover it, Jesus. You know, my hope is that the Holy Spirit will move it through them. But I think situationships can be sticky. It sounds like it sounds like feelings could get hurt. It sounds like expectations will be not met. I would not want to do that just because I know what I want. Even as a single woman, I knew, okay, I'm not trying to be out here in these streets just doing whatever I want. Like, you know what I mean? I know that it's unsafe to just have situationships, especially if you're not getting tested. If I want to be real, you know what I mean? Be extremely careful with stepping into situations like that. And honestly, if that's not something that you're comfortable with, no is a great word. And making sure that you have community to keep you accountable if that is something that you have maybe done and want to step out of.
I love what you said about know what you want.
Yeah.
And I think as followers of Jesus, that's the main thing we have to come back to is we want Jesus to be the center of everything that we do. And so whether that's in our relationships and just every aspect we live our lives, it's knowing what we want and knowing who He called us and created us to be.
Come on, somebody.
Hey, thank you so much for watching. You can like the video or subscribe. We make these every single week, and we would love for you to be part of our journey every week. See you guys next week.
See y'all.
Peace.